How do I know if I have a conditional green card? Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. This video is for the newbies among us, the people who don't know how lawful permanent residence based on marriage works. So, there's an important concept when it comes to your green card, and that is the concept of a conditional green card. So, most people know that a green card is slang for lawful permanent residence in the United States. So, when you obtain lawful permanent residence, you are an LPR or a lawful permanent resident or a green card holder. They actually give you a card, and the color of that card is green. And so that's why they call it a green card. So when it comes to getting your green card through marriage, you're either going to get a conditional green card, conditional permanent resident status, or just straight permanent resident status, or a straight green card. So that straight word is my word. That's not their word. It's just conditional lawful permanent residence or lawful permanent residence. So conditional means that USCIS is happy to make you a lawful permanent resident, but they want to put a restriction on your lawful permanent residence. So this is true if you adjust status in the United States or if you come on an immigrant visa based on marriage. That is, you go through the consulate. If when your green card is produced, your marriage is less than 2 years old, then you'll get a code on your green card that says CR1. CR1 is for the spouses of a U.S. citizen or green card holder in which the marriage is less than 2 years. So that will be a conditional green card. If when the green card is issued, your marriage is more than 2 years old, even if it's just by a day or two, then you will receive a full 10-year green card. Now, why is this important? Well, you can apply for citizenship after 3 years of being married to a U.S. citizen, and that's true whether you get a conditional green card or a permanent green card without conditions. But the key is that if you are married less than 2 years when you are awarded lawful permanent resident status, if your green card is issued and your marriage date is less than 2 years from the date of that approval, you'll receive that conditional green card. And what that means is that 2 years later, in the last 3 months before the 2-year anniversary of your green card, you will have to file an I-751 petition for removal of conditions. And that will allow you to get the conditions removed. So this is all because of marriage fraud. USCIS wants to cut down on marriage fraud. And what that means is that they are going to require you to show them again that your marriage is still ongoing and valid. So they're not going to give you the keys to the kingdom. They're not going to give you full permanent residence unless you've already been married 2 years when they approve the green card. And instead, you're going to have to file this I-751. And that process can take years, 2 years right now, for that to be approved. And then you'll get the conditions removed, and then you're on your way to citizenship. Now, because the I-751s are taking so long, you don't have to wait to apply for citizenship. I wouldn't advise that you wait. You can apply for citizenship 3 years after the start date on your green card. And that's true even if they haven't adjudicated or decided your I-751. Now, when you file for naturalization, they will probably go ahead and handle both cases together, but you have to be ready for anything. Sometimes they just schedule the 751 for an interview. Sometimes they schedule the naturalization for an interview before the actual 751 has been decided. And you end up getting a little bit of a confused officer where they're not sure exactly what to do. Sometimes they have to request the 751 file. Sometimes you get scheduled for the interview for the 751. So it can be a little bit messy, but given the long delays at USCIS these days, we're telling people file for conditions on time. That's at the 1 year, 9 month mark from the start date on your conditional green card. And then 1 year from that, 1 year later, 2 years and 9 months from the start date on your conditional green card, you can apply for citizenship. So that's really the main difference. Other than that, all the rights and responsibilities that green card holders have apply to conditional residents, conditional green card holders, or conditional green card holders and non-conditional green card holders. Both have the same right to sponsor family members, to stay in the United States, work in the United States. They have all the same rights. It's just that you're going to have to get those conditions removed later on. We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, give us a call, 314-961-8200 if you're thinking about hiring us, or you can email us, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. That's contacting us is for the purposes of hiring us or considering hiring us. For everybody else, if you're just looking for free advice, we've got lots of great resources for you. We have this YouTube channel that you can subscribe to. You'll get alerted whenever we go live. We also have our Facebook group, which is called Immigrant Home. We'd love to have you join us there. We're also active on TikTok. We just went over 100,000 followers. So if you want to follow us there, it's @Immigration Hacking. Finally, we do a live show 3 or 4 times a week called the Immigration Answer Show. You can find it on YouTube, or you can text the word show to 314-470-3300. You'll get a link to the waiting room so that you can ask me a question for free. I do that show for free a couple hours a week, and we'd love to have you join us there. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.